close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another show. Listen, I hope you can all hear me and see me. Let me just check, see if my mic has unmuted. It has. Brilliant. Big up to you guys. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Listen, I'm just going to talk for a little bit before I get into some of your comments. So I will say now hi to everybody in the chat. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I'm on my own this evening. The wife has gone out with the girls. She's gone out for an evening with the girls. They've gone for a meal. So I'm here for as long as you guys want me to be here. I've got a lot of time to kill. So let's have it. I want to address a couple of things before I get into talking about the game. Obviously, Liverpool versus Arsenal. I'm going to get into that, but I want to address a couple of things. First and foremost as well, and I know there's some people that follow me on Twitter that have that also follow a couple of the other guys as well. But big up to everybody who showed my friend George, my good mate George. Big up to everyone on Twitter. I've got to shout out the Arsenal fan base here because he was sadly pickpocketed on Saturday in London. He was actually coming to the Liverpool game and sadly couldn't make it because somebody had pickpocketed all his money, took his train ticket, took his obviously ticket for the game. And not a nice experience, but I've seen nothing but outpourings of support from the Arsenal fan base on this. So yeah, big up to everybody that has shown him some support because I know I spoke to him on Saturday just after it had happened and he was pretty shaken up. So yeah, big up to everyone on Twitter and everybody who's supported him. I really appreciate all of that. And I know George appreciates it all as well. He's a little bit overwhelmed by all the support that he's got. But listen, I'm going to do what I can to support him. And big up to all you guys whether you're watching on all these platforms, big up to all you guys supporting him. But yeah, he's totally blind like myself. So yeah, not a nice thing to go through. Not a nice thing at all. The other thing I want to address, which is not so great either, is I want to clarify a couple of points because people have misheard me wrong or misinterpreted some of the stuff that I've said about the Liverpool game in my fan cam, some of the stuff that I've said. So the first thing is I want to clarify this. Just because I'm on the board with the fan advisory group, my opinions does not change. My opinions have not been influenced by anybody at the club because I've had this sort of suggested to me by various people. My opinions will never change. My opinions will always be my opinions, whether I have meetings with the club, whether I have meetings with the board or not. So I'm just going to clarify that. I just want to put that out there on record. Listen, let's get on to the game. Let's get on to Liverpool versus Arsenal because it was a very, very interesting game. And naturally, there's a lot of the fan base that have gone into complete and utter meltdown over it, which is to be expected. I expected it, to be honest. Look, let's talk about the first half first, because I think the best way to deal with this game is talk about it in stages, because it was kind of a mixed bag for me. This is just how I see it. Everybody might see it differently, and that's, that's fine. If you see it differently, it's absolutely fine. But this is the way I see it. First 30 odd minutes, I thought we dealt with Liverpool pretty well from a defensive point of view. From an attacking point of view, maybe not so, but from a defensive point of view, I thought we dealt with Liverpool pretty well, considering where we are as a football club and considering where Liverpool are as a football club. That's important. Don't ever forget that, right? Yeah. So I felt we dealt with them pretty well defensively. I don't think, I was there at Anfield, and I've never seen Anfield as quiet as it was. I thought, yes, Liverpool had a lot of the ball. They controlled a lot of the possession, and we rode our luck at times. Of course we did. Ramsdale saved us a good number of times. But here's the thing as well. You're going to expect that when you come up against a team of Liverpool's caliber, when you come up against them, we're going to struggle. You have to remember as well that our team, the back line, certainly Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, White, and Tavares, that was their first big test, right? Their first big test. So to come up against the likes of, and I know Liverpool had players missing. They had, Firmino missing. Obviously, Henderson was on the bench. He came on later. Liverpool had a few players missing. But I felt we dealt with them for the first half an hour to maybe about 36 minutes. I felt we dealt with them pretty well defensively. We was doing okay. Like I said, from an attacking point of view, we wasn't great. Let's be honest. We could have created more. But from a defensive point of view, I felt we'd done okay. Now, then you've got the Klopp and Arteta incident, which, look, Arteta was going for Klopp. I ain't going to lie. Arteta was on some mad one. He was going for Klopp. He was fucking, I don't know what he was doing. Like, Arteta turned into Tyson Fury. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally. I thought we had the Gypsy King as manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I was sat there thinking, Jesus Christ, what's Arteta doing? It's like, are we watching Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder again or something on the touchline? Do you know what I mean? I was like, what's this guy? What are these guys on? And comes to something when both the managers get yellow carded. Like, seriously, it's mad, absolutely mad. But that changed the game. It seemed to kind of rev the Liverpool fans up, and they kind of got a bit noisy after that, didn't they? And then we made a mistake for the first goal. And I've got to be honest, right? Yeah, Aubameyang, I thought he was absolutely fucking dreadful on Saturday. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was fucking dreadful. And do you know what? I want to address this as well quickly while I'm talking about it. I didn't address all of this in my fan cam on Lee Judge's TV because I was stood outside, and the stewards were kind of looking at me like a bit fucking weird. So I had to rush my fan cam. I didn't get all my points out that I was trying to get out. And the tannoy as well, halfway through my fan cam, somebody decided to talk over the tannoy, and it completely threw my train of thought off. So yeah, my fan cam wasn't the greatest, to be honest. But yeah, going back to the game, I thought Aubameyang was fucking dreadful, and he was culpable for the first goal. I've got to be honest. Giving away a free kick in that position What is he doing? We were literally on the verge of taking Liverpool 0-0 at half time. We were literally on the verge of that, and then we fucking go in 1-0 down at half time. Now, I thought at half time, going in at 1-0 down, I thought could have been worse. We could have been 4-0 down at half time, couldn't we? We could have been 4-0 down. So I wasn't too disappointed at half time. I thought, okay, listen, this is fantastic. Okay, we're at Anfield. We're only 1-0 down. We're still in the game. We're still in the game. And then we come out for the second half. Now, here's where it gets a bit kind of sketchy for me. We come out for the second half, and we were rattled. I've got to be honest. Like, we could have played on and not had a halftime break, and we probably would have done better. We went in and we come out for that second half and we were rattled. We threw the game away. In that first 15 to 20 minutes of the second half, we binned off the game completely. And this is where I will be critical. We binned off that game. And Tavares, I'm sorry, like, I love you to pieces. I think you're a great player. And I know you're only young and can't really criticize you too much. But I'm sorry, for that second goal, you, mate, need to take a look at yourself. For that second goal, you let Jota rob you like a bank robber in a fucking in a fucking some kind of Western film, and yet he just royally took the piss. Like Jota, he literally did take the piss. But Tavares, you'll learn from that, and hopefully you don't do that again. But honestly, I thought for that second half, we just literally threw it away, and that's where our lack of experience shows. Our lack of experience shows, because had we had some more experience on the pitch, and I'm going to come to the experienced players, I am going to come to them very, very soon. Big up everybody in the chat. I am going to read your comments, so don't think that I'm not ignoring your comments. I'm going to get to them. I just want to get through this part of the show, and then I'm going to come on to it, and I'm going to get your opinions, and we'll go from there. But this is where the lack of experience shows. It really, really does. It really, really does. Because had we had more experience on the pitch, the heads might not have dropped. Because our heads did drop. Our heads did drop. And the second half, I've got to be honest, it was not much to write home about. Now, going on to the experienced players. And I am going to start with our so-called captain, Aubameyang. This guy is fucking finished at our football club. I'm sorry. And I've championed him, and I've really stuck by him. But this guy is finished. Absolutely 100% finished as an Arsenal player. When he does nothing, when he doesn't score, he does nothing. I'll tell you what, forget Amazon all or nothing. You might as well call it Aubameyang all or nothing, because you either get all with Aubameyang, the goals, the lot, or you get nothing. So yeah, I'm just going to start calling him all but all or nothing, because it is like that with Aubameyang. It seriously is. When he does nothing, the team massively misses out. And his work rate, he doesn't put it about enough for Aubameyang. And like I said, he's 100% finished. Got to be honest, 100% finished. Because, what I saw from him on Saturday was no leader. When our heads dropped, he should have been there going, come on, lads, keep your heads up. We're doing all right. Because even at 2-0 down, got to be honest, we're still in the game. We still could have come back into the game. But Aubameyang, he didn't rally the troops. He didn't get into the players. He just fucking did absolutely diddly squat. Thomas Partey, I I love Thomas Partey. I think he's a great player, but I don't think he did enough, to be honest. I think it's one of them, innit? I think he's got to take responsibility for his performance as well. I don't blame Arteta on the starting lineup, and I don't blame Arteta. It's hard to be critical of Arteta in this game, and the reason why it's hard to be critical of Arteta, and I'm coming to the substitutions. I know you're all screaming at me about the substitutions, but here's why it's hard to be critical of Arteta. When we come into this game and we see the starting lineup, nearly everybody back to the starting lineup, including myself, right? I looked at the starting lineup and I thought, great, he's kept the same system, he's kept the same players. Maybe people could argue that Tierney should have come in, and even then it's a catch-22 situation, because if we'd have brought in Tierney and the same result would have happened, people would be like, well, why is Tierney playing and not Tavares? Tavares has done really well. So look, I think that's a catch-22 situation with Tierney and Tavares. And again, with Thomas Partey, had we not picked him and still got beat, we would have been calling out, well, where was Thomas Partey? Why wasn't he playing? Why wasn't he? So I don't think the starting lineup was a problem. I don't think it was a problem in this game. I really don't. I look at the team, and I did on Saturday. I looked at the team and I was like, this is good. This is really good. Absolutely fantastic. And like I said, for the first half of the game, I thought we'd done all right. I've got to be honest. I thought we'd done all right. Maybe not the last sort of 10 minutes when we conceded the goal. It was just like a moment of madness. But I thought the lineup was pretty decent. Now, the substitutions from Arteta, I am going to be critical of, because why is he taking Lacazette off? Lacazette gets to 60 minutes and gets hooked every single game. Why? Is it because he's not fit? Is it because he's been running his arse off? Because let's be honest, Lacazette does in games, the last couple of games he's played, he's run his arse off. And yet he gets hooked after about an hour. Why is that? Why is that? Can anyone tell me in the chat, right? Put it in the chat and I will come to it. Why is Lacazette getting hooked after 60 minutes? I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I don't even think Lacazette gets it, to be honest. And then he brings on fucking El Neni. Like Mohamed El Sideways. What the fuck is he going to do to change the game when we're 2-3-0 down? What the actual fuck is he going to do? So yeah, I look at Arteta substitutions and I was a bit kind of critical of those substitutions. I want to talk about Saka. I want to talk about Bukayo Saka because, again, he didn't really have the greatest of games on Saturday. He didn't really. I don't know what's going on with Saka, whether he's just being overplayed or whether he's there's something going not right with Saka. My feeling is that Saka needs to come out of the team for 2 or 3 games. We've got Martinelli who could come in and do a job. We've got we've got Pepe as well. I think Saka needs a little bit of a rest. That's just my honest opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the chat room. I'm going to come to some of your comments very, very shortly. But the one thing that I take away from this game, the Liverpool game, is that it's a learning curve for these players. And I do genuinely mean that. Like, I do genuinely think that it is a learning curve. Listen, it's the first time we've come up against a big side with that back line, with that group of players, with a settled team. You know, it's the first time we've done that. And like I said, 90% of our squad is the average age, I think, of our squad is like 23, 24. So I do think it's a learning curve. I do think that we know now that this squad, without any additions, is not good enough. And we knew that already. Let's be honest. Let's be really frank. We knew that already. Before going into this game, we knew that our squad wasn't up to competing with Liverpool. And this is what makes me so mad that certain fans are coming out of this game and coming out now going, oh, well, we didn't really put up a good fight. I went into this game, and this is the reason why I'm so calm, because some people have said, oh, why aren't you raging about the defensive errors? Why aren't you raging about this? Why aren't you raging about that? The reason is because I went into this game expecting the performance that we've got. And the reason for that is this team is not ready. Is not ready to compete with Liverpool. And this is this is why on Lee Judge's TV, on the fan cam that I did, I said we have to remember we're not title challengers. And people took that out of context. People in the comment section, and I was reading the comment section, and people were going, oh, well, we have a title challengers. And people took it out of context. We are not title challengers. Liverpool are. Liverpool are fighting for the title. They're competing for the Premier League. We are not at that level. We are nowhere near that. And that's why I'm so calm about the whole thing. Because I expected this team to come up short against Liverpool. Did I expect the manner of the collapse in the second half? No, of course. I would have liked them to show a bit more fight. Did I expect the defensive errors? No, of course I don't, because our defense has been solid. But I expected us to come up short against Liverpool because we don't have the players to compete with Liverpool. We don't have the mental resilience right now to compete with Liverpool. Hell, we don't even have the mental resilience right now to put in a complete shift for 90 minutes. Look at the previous games. We've done well and we've got through, and when we've had good performances, but have we kept it switched on for a complete 90 minutes? Not yet. Not yet we haven't. Not yet we haven't. And the other thing is, right, yeah, I was so critical after the game against Watford. And the reason why I was critical is because we only come out of that game 1-0. We should have buried Watford, but we didn't. We didn't take our chances. Everyone was raving about Maitland-Niles' performance. I wasn't too happy with Maitland-Niles against Watford. I thought he left Lokonga exposed. I thought he left, Lokonga pretty, he kept drifting out, leaving Lokonga to do it all on his own. I wasn't happy with Maitland-Niles. But yeah, everybody was happy at that. And then now we go up against a title challenging team and people are losing their shit about it. Like, let's just remember, whether we like it or not, let's just remember we are not title challengers. However much we hate it, however much we can't stand it, however much we detest where we are right now as a club, the reality is that we are not title challengers. We are not there yet. We are nowhere near. And that's why I'm so calm. That's why I'm so calm. Listen, I have been rambling on for a good while. Let's read some of your comments. I realize these comments are going to be a little bit behind because I've obviously been talking about quite a few things. So bear with me while I scroll through them um, and say hello to a few people. Joanne, Omar, big up to you guys. Big up Mike. Uh, let's have a look here. Uh, let's big up Arsenal Manic as well. We dealt pretty well. Keeper saved another 5. Big clubs wouldn't put up with this. Man United just proved it. They got rid of their manager. Arsenal will keep this clown forever. But the thing is, here's the thing, right? Yeah. I don't actually think that it was Arteta's fault necessarily on Saturday. And let me clarify that, right? Yeah, because I realize that it probably sounds a little bit like I'm defending him. Let me say this. I think he picked the right lineup. I think for the first half the game plan worked. Where Arteta is probably to blame, and I actually think that he does get a little bit of, in fact, he does get a lot of criticism from me, is that at half time, what did he say to them players? Because they come out shaking worse than somebody with Parkinson's, I tell you. Like, seriously, honestly, they did. So I don't necessarily, it's a difficult one. I don't necessarily blame him for losing to Liverpool, because Liverpool are a decent team. Got to be honest, like they are. And you say that we don't put up with this. You say that we put up with this, and other big clubs wouldn't put up with this. Let me say this right here. Just remember where we are in the table. We are 3 points off 4th place in November. I'm not saying we're going to get top 4, but as things stand at the moment, we're having a relatively decent season. And remember, we're not competing with likes of Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea. We're competing with the likes of Everton, Tottenham, West Ham. We're not going to win the title this season. If anybody's expecting us to win the Premier League this season, then I'm sorry, it isn't going to happen. We are not competing. Our aims is to get into that top 4. That should always be our aim. And right now, we're 3 points off it. We are 3 points off it. And the big tests that do matter to us, and I'm not saying that Liverpool doesn't matter to us. I'm just saying the tests that matter to us in the context of our season are coming up: away at Man United, away at Everton, and at home to Newcastle. Those are the tests. Liverpool are on a different level to us. They are. Uh, Big up, Omar. Let's have a look. Simpy. Big up, Sentiment FC. Simpy says Hey, what's it? Three games we've been spanked. Two Champions League finalists. Do you know the thing is, right? The thing is, I'm not comparing this team to, you think against Man City and Chelsea, we had a completely different backline, a completely different team, essentially. I'm not saying everybody was different, but we had a completely different team. And I'm not defending Arteta, guys. I'm just looking at it. I've accepted the fact that we are where we are, and I've just accepted that fact. This is why I, I'm not losing my shit about it, because we're at the end of the day, we're 3 points off fourth. We're still having a relatively decent season right now where we are. Listen, that could all change. You know, we could go we could go on a mad losing run over the next 10 to 12 games, and it could all change. But right now, where we are having a decent season. Like, as you know, obviously we haven't won any trophies or anything. We haven't listen, it's hard to win a trophy in November or anything, but we are where we are. Big up Stephen Featley TV. Is it too much for Brighton and Brentford and West Ham? Do you know what? I get that. I get all that. But but I get that. I get about Brighton, West Ham. I completely get all of that. But I just I don't know. Like look, it is what it is. We lost to Liverpool. You know, just excuses. Uh, big up Arsenal. Omar's comment, Joker, absolute Joker, Omar, absolute Joker. They got Adam Bones. We've got to bounce back at Newcastle. Hopefully, Martinelli and Pepe get a run too. I agree, mate. I absolutely agree. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Would really appreciate that. Please hit the subscribe, smash the like button. Same team, but 3-1 slap 3-1 at Emirates. I don't really understand your comment, to be honest, mate. We didn't get slapped 3-1 at the Emirates. And it's not the same team as well. It's a different team. Grant, big up Grant. He says the mentality at Arsenal is really in the gutter. I'm not. I don't know. Like look. Thing is, and this is, I was saying this earlier. I said I criticised the team a little bit after the Watford win. I was really critical. Like, I was really critical, and yet everyone was so super positive. And yet the team where I thought we should have performed better against Watford, I thought we should have done miles better. We certainly should have scored more goals. But yeah, against Liverpool, who are title challengers, and yet everyone's losing their shit. Tell me in the comments what what you would have done differently, because you're all digging out Arteta, and I agree, and I've said his substitutions were off point. His substitutions were dreadful, but let me tell you the biggest thing, right? Yeah, where would you have started a different lineup? Were you guys, let me know, would you have started a different lineup? Because I actually thought the lineup was decent. I actually thought the lineup was I actually thought the lineup was decent, and these fucking comments are doing what they're doing the other day. Um, they are jumping from the bottom to the top. Bear with me one sec while I try and let's have a look. But yeah, do smash the like button, guys. Would really appreciate that. There's currently 7 of you watching, so yeah, do put your comments in. Realize I've been going for 36 minutes. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Like I said, I am on the road to 3,000 subscribers. I feel like I've been on the road to 3,000 subscribers for a long time. I realized as well, granted, I haven't done a lot of content. And I realized I've sort of neglected the channel a little bit because, life's got in the way and traveling to games. And it's just been so like damn hard to juggle life and the channel, which I have got to get better at. I realize that. So yeah, I am gonna get better at that. But yeah, listen, put your comments in, keep them coming, because I've obviously been talking. I've talked for a bit. Let me try and scroll down. This is the problem as well. All these StreamYard comments right at the bottom. When I get to the bottom, it jumps to the top. Uh, let's have a look. Have a look. Right, let's have a look down here. Where are we? Grant says I would have started Martinelli instead of Auber. Auber's finished. Exactly. Do you know what, right? Maybe you've got a point there, because I actually agree with you, Grant. I think Aubameyang was absolutely shocking. I thought he had a dreadful game. Gotta be honest. I thought he was fucking shit. Um, and I agree with you that Aubameyang is finished. And I said this earlier. I don't know whether you were here earlier. But I said this earlier. I said Aubameyang is finished at this football club. Like, I actually do think he's finished. I think he's done, dusted, absolutely finished. And yeah, I would have started Martinelli. I would have given him a chance. It was a free hit. It was fine. Trust Arteta and this young team. Look, I'm not going to keep banging on about Arteta, because you guys know my thoughts on Arteta. But am I going to sit here week in, week out banging on about the fact that he's not good enough? Look, we are where we are with him, and it isn't going to change. And I'm just, for me, I'm just trying to make the best of it. But I don't think we can judge Arteta on this defeat. I think we can judge him for the substitutions, definitely. I think we can judge him for what he so-called said to them at half time, definitely. But I think I'll here's the thing. Let me sum this up for you guys, right? Yeah. I will be judging this team and Arteta a lot more against Man United away, against Everton, teams who are in and around that top 4. Listen, so West Ham, Obviously, Newcastle, we've got to go there and we've got to go here. We've got to go at home and get a result. We've got then we got Man United away, big test. Everton away, big test. West Ham are coming up at the Emirates. That's going to be a big test. Leeds away is going to be a big test. Teams where we should be beating. It's not a given that we should be beating teams like Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City. Yeah, the performances could be a lot better. Absolutely. But it's not a shame losing to those teams. It's not. Obviously, we want to be there. We want to be up there competing with them. Absolutely. We want to be up there competing with those teams. We want to be up there beating them. But at this current moment in time, we don't have enough experienced players in the squad to be beating them. We just don't have it. That's why we need more we need more experience in the transfer window. Because at the moment we just don't have enough. Because our experienced players, clearly, the ones that we do have aren't good enough. Aubameyang, we need to ship him out. We need to get strikers that are actually going to do the right work. Lacazette, granted, he's been playing well, but again, he's not scoring enough goals. So Omar says, I said last season Aubameyang is done. Do you know what, Omar? Right, yeah. In all fairness, you did call it last year. So I've got to give you that. In all fairness, you did actually call it. And granted, you did actually call it. So I will actually give you that one. Big up Stephen Davies. Hope you're well. For me, I was frustrated that we didn't change our tactics. From the Watford game, from an attacking point of view, there was no effort. Yeah, look, attacking wise, we weren't that great at Liverpool. We weren't that great. And we could have done better. We need another experienced DM, a target man, Saliba back for Ben White, and that will strengthen us. I think Saliba will come back, to be honest, and I do definitely think that we need another target man. I do genuinely believe we do need another target man because I think Lacazette will go in the summer. Let me ask you this question as well, guys. I want to pose this question to you. Out of the two strikers, we can all agree that both of them need replacing. Now, would you replace them? Which one do you think needs replacing more right now? Aubameyang or Lacazette? Which one? I know like they both need replacing, but which one in the summer, right? Yeah. Would you give Lacazette a short-term contract? Not saying a long contract, a 1-year contract, and sell Aubameyang? Or would you let Lacazette go, keep Aubameyang, and then get someone else in? Because I'm at this moment in time, I got to be brutally honest with you guys. I'm all for shipping Aubameyang out. I've got to be honest. I'm all for shipping Aubameyang out. I'm all for giving Lacazette a 1-year extension because where he's playing at the moment is pretty decent. And I'm all for just shipping Aubameyang out. Got to be honest. Stephen Davis says Arteta isn't good enough for the job. Omar says sell both. Look, I agree. I think we need to ship both of them out. But the likelihood is we're not going to ship both of them out. I'll be very surprised if we are going to ship both of them out. And if we do ship both of them out, then yeah, I'll be all for that. We spent 50 million on Ben White instead of Madison and sorted the midfield. But to be fair though, Madison's been having an absolute shocker. So would Madison have fixed us? I'm not so sure. You look at him at Leicester, he's having an absolute fucking shocker. I'm not even sure that Madison would have fixed us, you know. Adam Bones says that's a tough one. Big up to you, Adam, as well. I've seen you must, I think you're a new subscriber. I think you've come over from Lee Judge's TV as well. So if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, you're a new subscriber. So yeah, big up to you. So yeah, you're new around here, so big up to yourself. But yeah, guys, honestly, what would you do with Aubameyang and Lacazette? I'm happy to keep reading your comments out. I've been going for 46 minutes, so yeah, keep banging in those comments. I'll probably do another 5 minutes. But yeah, guys, I realize as well that I've actually not been doing as much content as I'd liked. So yeah, apologies for that, guys. I really apologize for not doing so much content, but I will do more content. I will be getting back to it. Like I said, I'll be doing a preview for the Newcastle game. I will be doing big up James D. A shame none of our young strikers are ready yet. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they're not really been given a chance, are they? I mean, Martinelli is probably the obvious one, but then you could argue that when he's come on in the Carabao Cup, he hasn't done great. And the other thing is we've got to factor in as well. What do we do with Pepe? Because the way things are going, I think Pepe needs to be shipped out as well. I look at Pepe, I look at the fact that he's massively underperforming, and I think he needs to be shipped out. So there's all our attack, apart from Saka and Smith Rowe, is not really great, is it? We've got Martinelli and Balogun, who probably, Balogun, one of them is going to go out on loan, Balogun or Martinelli. And then you look at Aubameyang, possibly is going to be going, or he needs to be gone. Lacazette needs replacing. Pepe needs replacing. Those are three key players for us. Aubameyang, Lacazette, and then you look at Pepe, obviously with his price tag. So all three of them, and I can tell you that we ain't replacing all three of them. So it's just prioritizing who we keep and who we sell. James Z says got to keep Aubameyang. I'm not so sure on Aubameyang. Like I said earlier, when Aubameyang goes missing, he's non-existent. He's great when he's scoring goals, but when he's not scoring goals, he does nothing. And you know what? Like I said, we should call it not Amazon all or nothing. We should call it Aubameyang all or nothing, because it is. You either get all with Aubameyang or you get nothing. Oh yeah, I forgot about Eddie, Joanne. She said sell Auburn, Eddie, promote Balogun and keep Laka, and sign a new striker. completely forgot about Eddie as well. That's how irrelevant Eddie's become. Yeah, I completely forgot, and I agree. Yeah, Eddie's another one that needs to go. Pepe got 16 goals last season. Yeah, he did, but he's just do you know the frustrating thing with Pepe? From my point of view, the really frustrating thing with Pepe is that he has flashes of brilliance, but then he doesn't really do it. And you know the really other frustrating thing that he'll take on a player down the wing, and instead of taking and just literally fucking running at that player, he won't do it. He'll cut inside and try and play the safe pass. If he was to trust and believe in his own ability a bit more, if he was to run down the wing and try and take players on, you look at players like Sterling, you look at players like like Mane, you look at players, you look at other players, they're just ripping player, Zaha ripping play the defender, tearing the defender a new one, running at them with pace. Pepe does that, and then he just cuts in and always tries to do the safe option. And on the times, and this is where he's really frustrating, on the times that Pepe does take on the defender, he nearly always beats his man. He nearly always beats his man, but he doesn't do that enough. And my honest opinion, I don't think Pepe believes in his own ability. Or either he's being managed wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That's But yeah, it's mad. It's total mad, guys. But I do think there's going to be a lot of changes up front. I do think there's going to be a lot of um, players up that top end of the pitch that need changing. I really do think that come the summer, we need to start sorting out our attack. And it all depends on where we finish as well, doesn't it? It all depends on what happens. And don't forget, and don't forget that a lot of our players are going to be going to the African Cup of Nations in January. So we're going to have to bring in reinforcements then. It's just mad. It's just total crazy. Let's see if there's any more comments. Right, where are we? It's a problem as well. My cursor jumps through all these bloody comments that I've read. It's mad. But yeah, do hit the likes, guys. Do smash the subscribe button. Would really appreciate that. So yeah, do smash the like button. But yeah, do smash the like button, guys. Would really appreciate it. Like I said, I will be back with the comment, with some more comments and more content. Jesus Christ. I will get my words out eventually. But yeah, I will be back with more. Omar says sign Daniel Bailey to play up front. Man, I wouldn't be good, to be fair. I wouldn't be good, honestly. Do you know what? When I played football, when I played for the blind team, I wasn't a striker. I didn't play as a striker. I played as a defender. Like I played as a right back. Yeah, I wasn't a striker. I played as a. I say I played as a defender. I'd probably say I played as a wing back, considering there's only 5 aside. But yeah, I played as like a wing back. I was not bad at defending, and I could dribble down the wings a bit. But yeah, I know when I had trials for the blind England team, Yeah, that's where I used to play. And when I played for my for the visually impaired, for the blind, in the B1 league, as they call it, because it was all done on site classification. I played as a defensive stroke winger kind of position. I trust half of these players to take us forward, and Arteta and the other half, I don't trust them to take us forward. I don't see us moving forward with those guys. Saka and Emil Smith Rowe have been quality, but they're going to get burnt out if Arteta keeps playing them. I agree. Pepe needs that freedom further forward to get the best out of him instead of tracking back all the time. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. The point you made about Saka and Smith Rowe, I do agree with you. But what other options do we have realistically in that area? Because do you guys trust Odegaard? I like Odegaard. I think he's a decent player, but I don't know. Like, I think he's the best of what we got. This is where we lack experience. This is where we lack experienced players, and we do need more experienced players. As it stands, Laka walks for nothing, says Stephen, as he won't sign a new contract. Yeah, that's the risk we take, isn't it? Another contract situation that Arsenal's fucked up. Clear Tomiyasu then. Tomiyasu's doing all right. I've got to be honest. Tomiyasu's been doing pretty well, actually, hasn't he, guys? I thought Tomiyasu's he's playing quite well. But yeah, guys, do smash the like button. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel. And also share the content. Would really appreciate it. I realize that, like I said, I've not been doing much content over the last couple of weeks, and I do apologize for that. But I will be back to it. I've got next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, Lee Judges is coming on. Lee Judges is coming on here 7:30 next Tuesday. So yeah, I have got him coming on, and I'm lining up a couple of other guests for this week as well to do shows. And I'm going to try, I can't promise anything, but I'm going to try and see if Kevin Campbell is free to come on and do a show. Been a while since I've done a show with Kev, so it'd be good to get him back on. But yeah, like I said, I'm getting back to it, guys. So yeah, just bear with me. Well, obviously I've got to juggle life and stuff around. But yeah, I will be putting up regular content, more content than you guys have been getting over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, listen, it's been a good one tonight. Big up to those of you that have contributed and those of you that have watched the show. Really appreciate you guys as always. Do smash the like button on your way out. Do subscribe if you haven't done so already, and do share the content. And I'll be back Wednesday possibly with another show. So yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday with another show. All take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye for now.